Good Monday morning. Welcome back. We are here. We return Monday, what we expect to be a beautiful warm day in Georgia. Wherever you're at this morning, we appreciate you tuning in across rural America, right? Voice of Rural America. I'm your host, BKP. If you're new here, we call this BKP Politics on FYNTV.com. And we look forward to a great week. We always enjoy coming here every Monday morning, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then Friday. We always go on the road in town, Blue Ridge, Georgia. We go to Circuit World. We have a different kind of show on Friday where we have an Ask the Doc segment, a political panel, and a pet of the week. So as Emily, good morning, Emily. I hope you enjoyed your weekend. I sure did. Right there, you can always find us right here, 9700 706 889 9700. It's on the screen, chief@fetchernews.com. Before we get started this morning, wherever you're at in America, Fannin County, the Lady Rebels, 2A, Georgia, just really quick shout out. They won Saturday's game, and they will be playing in Macon, Georgia, I think Thursday at 12:30 noon for the state championship. That is big. Way to go, Fannin Lady Rebels basketball team. So, with that being said, Emily, let's get right into a couple quick things here. Give me number one. If you have tuned in this morning because you're concerned, I'm not. I, for one, do not give a damn. I do not give a damn. Sorry to start it Monday morning. About Archie's skin color. I do not. Oprah said, what? Who asked you about his skin color in the palace? I, for one, do not give a damn about Archie's skin color. You see, I did not come up with the skin color chart. Yes, I did not come up with it. Not long ago, some people got upset with me about some things I said that sounded racist. Wrong program, not a racist, did not come up with the skin color chart. I do not recognize skin color. I don't. Doesn't happen here. But they love to talk about it. And then when we talk about it, but don't give a damn. Don't give a damn about the Royals this morning. Don't give a damn. Okay? Sorry, I know it's Monday morning. My own mother said, please don't do that. Don't do that. But I can't help it. I mean, there comes a time when you just have to reiterate, I do not, all of this, I tell you, this is a week. Your eyes have to be open now, okay? You have to take the blinders off, okay? You have to start looking, no pun intended, left and right. You've got to clear up your vision and get focused in on what's really taking place. There's something bad wrong, okay? Something bad wrong when we are okay with passing a $1.9 trillion spending package and not caring at all where the money's coming from, who will pay the bill when it comes due, okay? Who will finish dining around the big table and everybody just wondering who's going to ask for the check, okay? Every network this morning, CNN, MSNBC, you name it, every news cycle is about these people. I don't even, Megan, is that her name? I don't know. Harry, I don't give a damn. And I don't care if Oprah asked and she said, royal racism concerns over son's skin color. Don't give a damn, okay? So we are going to pass over that. Now, I'm going to tell you, most dangerous. Now, there's times when I'm very cautious about the words. What was it on Rush Hour? Do you understand the words coming out of my mouth? I'm very concerned sometimes about the words I use. When I say most or never, you know, these are big. These are going the distance. But I'm prepared for this one because I studied this one. I brought it to you last week. I said last week, I've said before, but last week I got into it. Watch this guy. To me, he's the most dangerous man in America today. Yes, number 49. Yes, most dangerous man in America today is Joe Manchin. Well, what about Joe Biden? I get it. Joe Biden's got a pen. Obama said he had a pen. Trump had a Sharpie. Trump liked them big, you know. But they got a pen. I get it. No, you're wrong. Biden is dangerous. Look, Biden can sign executive orders, and he's done that. And Biden can cause a crisis at the border with executive orders and many other things, and he's done that. Biden could scare the hell out of me with regulations through these bureaucracies by the appointments he's made, and he's done that, okay? But Biden can't put the legislation in place, the stone legislation in place that the House and Senate can. He can't do that. He has to have, he needed the 1.9 trillion. He needed Joe Manchin, okay? And Joe Manchin's getting something out of the deal. Dangerous man, Joe Manchin. Now, to my west, by God, Virginia. Okay, I got it. If you don't understand that, can't help you. It's in the Wayback Machine. But to my west, by God, Virginia friends, I love you very much, okay? I love that you have voted for Trump twice, 2016 and 2020, in landslide record numbers. I like that you have a Republican House, a Republican state House, state Senate, now no longer Democrat. I like that, okay? My good friends in West Virginia, I like the fact that you think you have one Republican senator, Capito, okay? Which I do not like. First chance you get in West by God, Virginia, please move Shelley Moore, which her daddy went to prison, Arch Moore. That was her dad, the governor, Republican that went to prison. But please move Shelley Moore, Capito, out of the way. Get rid of these, please. In America, West Virginia right now is a perfect example. Please get rid of these lifelong family legacy Democrat political family, the deep legacy. Get rid of the Capitos in West Virginia. But I like the way you think you got a Republican senator. I like that. I like the way you now have a Republican governor. He's not really, Big Jim's not really a Republican, but I like the way you think that. Okay, I'm with you. And I'm not being negative. But West by God, Virginia, Joe Manchin, I'm sorry. Sorry, my friends. He must go. It'll be a while. I don't think Joe's up in 2022. Is Joe up in 2022? Interesting. All right, so we're going to talk about him. The filibuster. The guy went everywhere yesterday. He's doing Axios. We're going to do a whole segment on this guy. Number 40. He went to, yesterday, he was on every show. Every show. Number 40, there's Fox News Sunday. Number 38. Here's Meet the Press. Okay? Meet the Press. Here's number 37. And these are just little pictures I took off the face of my computer as I was watching all the shows yesterday. Number 37, he's on ABC right there with Martha Raddatz. Everywhere. This guy is everywhere. Okay? So we have a $1.9 trillion package. $1.9 trillion. All right? Before I get into that, go ahead and take that off the screen. I want to open up in Georgia just a minute. And I'll tell you why. For our national viewers out there, stay with me. This is very important. This is not a time to leave. This is not where you say, oh, he's going to talk about Georgia. Folks, Joe Biden signed an executive order, okay, concerning voting rights this weekend. Now, Joe can only do so much with the pen, okay? He can only do so much. But they want to federalize. Joe Biden came out and when on Bloody Sunday, yesterday, Selma, Alabama, right? The bridge crossing. So yesterday, Joe comes out, is it yesterday? I don't know. And he signs an executive order, but he puts pressure on H.R. 1 elections, all right? Because this is what's happening. Number 42. There's 40-some states across the country that are looking at their voting integrity of election laws, okay, election laws across the country. And it has liberals livid, okay? They know 2020 could be a very pivotal turning point in this country. Not only could Republicans take back the House, they could take back the House with somebody like a Jim Jordan as Speaker of the House. Now, I don't know, but they could take back the House with Trump-like candidates or Donald J. Trump-endorsed candidates. The 2022 midterms could really make a major push to take back the House, get rid of Nancy Pelosi, and maybe even start impeachment. Although there has already been an article of impeachment filed, it's generally not being negative to Marjorie Taylor Greene, but it's negative. Basically, it's useless until they get control of the House. But that being said, we are looking at today being crossover day in Georgia. And HB531 has already passed the House. Okay? And we're asked, today is crossover day in the 2021 legislative session. Now, what does that mean? Really quick out there. It means we have Senate bills, which start with SB, obviously, and our House bills, HB. So you got your HB 531 that deals with elections, voting, but it does not go the distance in eliminating no excuse absentee ballots. It doesn't. HB 531 is an okay election integrity bill. Okay, it's okay, but it's weak. SB 241 pushes the limits where HB 531 will not go. So SB 241 in Georgia will curtail. I love the opportunity to use curtail. It will curtail the powers of the Secretary of State of Georgia, all right, which many want, because Brad Raffensperger, we know the disaster he caused. Now, I don't like to say in all fairness, so I'm not going to say in all fairness, right? But I've already said it. Anyhow, okay, got to remember when Brad Raffensperger made the deal with the Democrats back in March of 2020, okay, Brian Kemp, the governor, had to sign off on it, and so did the Attorney General of Georgia, Chris Carr. They had to sign off on it, so keep that in mind. But Brad Raffensperger, it would reel the powers in of the Secretary of State not to be able to make deals out there without the state legislative approval from the state. There you go. Maybe we'll get that correct. But so today is crossover day, and what will happen on 241 and 531 is they will then form. What happens then is the two bills, there'll be a conference committee. And the leadership of each chamber will appoint members to the conference committee. They will go in there and they will hammer out, as they say, okay, the two bills and push them into one for a final vote. All right. That being said, right now you have to call today and tell Senate. Now, the House is not as important because it's already passed. HB531 is passed. But you have to call state senators because the scary part is up to midnight tonight. They can water down SB241, water it down. And what do I mean by that? Governor Brian Kemp in Georgia wants them to water down SB241. Okay? Back off a little bit. Okay? You see, Brian Kemp used to be the Secretary of State of Georgia, so he's not really in favor. He's more of a Secretary of State kind of guy, and he's not really in favor of backing. He's not really in favor of backing, curtailing Secretary of State power. Okay, he's not really in favor of that. All right, and the other thing is, no excuse absentee ballots. Now, the Georgia Chamber of Commerce, I don't know about the National Chamber of Commerce and your state Chamber of Commerce. I always want to bring clarification in. There's a difference in your local county Chamber of Commerce. I don't know about yours and the Georgia State Chamber of Commerce. There's a difference. They're not the same. The Georgia State Chamber of Commerce wants no excuse absentee ballots. They're putting pressure on, okay? Elitist Republicans are putting pressure on Kemp to get this bill watered down. They want no excuse absentee ballots. They want them. No excuse, all right? So SB 241, you must call your state senators today, Republican, and the Metro Atlanta Republican senators is who you have to call. Brian Strickland, I forget the ones, one in Cobb County, but Republicans around Metro Atlanta, all right, are the ones that are weak that you have to call today and say, stay firm on SB 241. So after today, they will go into conference committee, and then we have to make sure we stand on them to not water them down and come out really with nothing at the end of the session. So that being said, today's a big day in Georgia. Now, why is it important? Because Joe Biden is truly looking. He is truly looking for, give me number 3. Now, why is this a big deal today? Biden presses Congress to restore Voting Rights Act. Okay? They want H.R. 1, they want to restore the Voting Rights Act. They want to federalize elections. They want voter registration on the day of the election. Yes. And Joe is actually forming a welcome committee. I say that sarcastically, for the new voters headed to the border. What do we have? 140. We're on target to welcome in 140,000 down at the border. Oh, by the way, you have done well wearing your mask. Yeah, you have done well in the states, cooperating with the communist lockdown. You have done well in, allowing the government to shut down your business. All the above we had to participate in last year. But those ones coming across the border, what is it, 12% of them testing positive for COVID? And they're coming right in. I mean, somewhere out there, I forget, is it 12%? I don't know. But a pretty good number is testing positive for COVID. It is rolling right into Arizona and Texas. Come on in, baby. You know. So when we come back, let's talk about, how about this? Number 9. This is what you don't hear too much of this morning. $3,600 per child under 6, $3,000 per child under 18. Interesting. Critical aid for poor families and coronavirus redistribution of wealth. Redistribution of wealth. Let me show you this one right here. I'll have to find it. I thought I had it earlier. Maybe in here. Give me number 47 before we go to break. Poverty on track for record decline. Lifting people out of poverty by printing money. Interesting. How is poverty on track for record decline? Redistribution of wealth, $1.9 trillion printed. Total for $6 trillion. Folks, we do not have, you cannot turn an economy. The government cannot turn an economy and continue to exist. It's not there. It can't happen. And the private sector is not turning your economy right now. The government is. And it's getting stronger every day, and it cannot exist. It cannot go forward. When will the collapse be? And I know people don't like hearing that. There has to be a collapse. Who will feel the pain when it happens? I'm your host, BKP. Let's take a break. I don't give a damn about Archie's skin color. Take a break.
Hello, my name is Chad Watkins. I'm the manager at Larry's Body Shop. We are a family-owned and operated business and have been serving the North Georgia area since 1978. We are located at 1216 Progress Road in LOJ, Georgia. Our shop specializes in collision repair, and we work with all major insurance companies. Larry's Body Shop is ICAR Gold, the highest role of training recognized by the collision repair industry. It is estimated that only 10% of collision shops meet these standards. Our shop consists of state-of-the-art equipment such as laser measurement system, down-drive spray booth, spot and MIG welding equipment. All of our paints are mixed on-site so that we can guarantee your paint to match every time. I know that having an accident can be a stressful event. We take pride in making sure our customers are satisfied with the repair of their vehicles. Our waiting area is clean and comfortable with free Wi-Fi and refreshing beverages. So if you're in an accident, stop by and see us at Larry's Body Shop.
Circuit World has 9-piece living room packages at incredible prices. Get this stylish sofa and love seat, 3 tables, 2 lamps, 43-inch 4K TV, and stand, all for only $1699.99 or $129.99 a month. Or get this 9-piece living room and reclining sofa and reclining love seat, now only $1999.99 or $149.99 a month. These packages are amazing. Stop in today at one of our 5 locations and get the furniture you've always wanted at Circuit World.
North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
Ace is your healthful place for paint and home goods, tools, outdoor living, and lawn equipment. But did you know Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge is a little bit more? We have hunting rifles and accessories for your next hunting trip. We have Amish furniture imported directly from Ohio. And we have Ace Custom Woodworks for all your custom wood project needs, from cabinets to artwork. Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge, we have your new house in stock.
What you gonna do with all that junk?
All right, folks, we're back. I'm your host, BKP. Good Monday morning. Welcome to BKP Politics, Voice of Rural America, March 8th, 2021. We're in March. You know, the thing is, just a year ago, we're coming out of, what we were doing here Monday. On this day, or this Monday, we were coming out of the weekend. The last weekend that we felt free. The last weekend you felt you could go anywhere, do anything, go to a movie, eat in a restaurant, stand within 2 foot of somebody at a grocery store. I mean, this Monday morning is the Monday where we didn't know, would we be here today? I mean, the world collapsed that weekend. I mean, where's the death rate on the people that did not survive the great toilet paper scare of 2020? I mean, think about it. This is the Monday morning that you're coming and we're talking to you and saying, what the hell? I mean, we have governors this Monday morning coming out a year ago. We have governors coming out that a year ago, right now, this time, right now, a year ago, we're at 3 point. Pay attention. I'm not yelling at you. I talk loud. Somebody said, don't yell at the audience. This is what happens. Listen, a year ago, March 8th, we were at 3.5% unemployment. 3.5. Okay. We had no skin color charts out. Our skin color chart was our unemployment rate. Lowest Asian, Black, Hispanic, women in the workplace, women starting new businesses, men starting businesses. Nobody was giving a damn a year ago this weekend. We had Black males getting out of jail. Yes, we were not incarcerating every Black male we could find. Yes, this is not a joke. Go back. It's not even a year ago. This is the Monday morning. Wake up. What a year can do. This is the Monday morning when they decided to collapse your economy. Collapse. It's just in this window. A year ago, we did not pass a single rescue plan. Do you realize that this past weekend, a year ago, America's rescue plan was 3.5% unemployment? Do you realize record people in the workplace? Wages. Do you realize, wake the hell up, 1 year ago, this is the Monday morning of the last weekend a year ago, where you were not talking about $15 minimum wage from the government. You were actually out looking for a job. If you were looking for a job and somebody was looking to hire, you could command a wage. It was this whole capitalism thing that was rolling. It was this past year, this weekend, a year ago, 1 year, that you were buying gas, Olean, at $1.75. Some of you $1.45 a gallon, $1.25 in some areas. But $1.70 a gallon, you were buying gasoline. It was this time a year ago. Think about it. The government rescue plan was the private sector's engine moving. That was it. That was the rescue plan. Record numbers of cars being built. Record numbers of jobs coming back to this country. Repatriating factories. Companies coming out every day and announcing new factories going to build a new line. Well, this factory in this county is going to extend and add another 200 jobs. 1 year ago, where are those headlines today? No, they are overshadowed by a government that feels, do you realize Donald Trump never, until March, Donald Trump never put a stimulus rescue plan in place for an economy for 3 years. The rescue plan was the private sector, the housing market, the automobile manufacturers. That was the rescue plan. A year later, this Monday morning, We have this Monday morning, 1 year after the fact, we are celebrating $6 trillion in spending. We had an election that there's so much election fraud across this country that the federal government is wanting to federalize the elections in the fear of you and backlash of actually fixing election laws across the country, cranking down on fraud, and actually maybe putting some patriots in the House of Representatives and the Senate to stop the Joe Biden madness. But a year, I want you to think about it, a year later, where you were at, $6 trillion. 1 year. Trump had the private sector turning the economy. Now give me number 44. 1 year, and we're celebrating. A year ago, this past weekend, your children were going to school. Yes. Your children are going to school. A year ago, at this time, you just finished watching a Super Bowl with 100,000 people. Okay? Kids going to school, everything going on. Senate passes $1.9 trillion COVID relief bill. $1.9 trillion. $6 trillion. Folks, I say it over and over. I'm going to say it one more time. You cannot turn an economy, okay, on government spending. And it exists. The country can't exist as you know it. Are you saying they won't be in America? Look, I think there'll be a United States of America for another 100 years. I just think it'll fly a different flag. I think the flag will have different symbols. I think this is soon to be gone. I really do. I believe this is a thing of the past. I think the stars will no longer be as they are. I mean, what did Biden say? 52 states. Obama. I think they'll be adding Puerto Rico, right? I love it when I can hear through the camera. Well, you've lost your damn mind, boy. You've lost your mind. They won't be adding Puerto Rico. It won't be no damn state. Them Puerto Ricans won't be no damn state. That wasn't racist, I promised. Yeah, exactly. Won't be. D.C., well, hell, it'll never happen. It'll never happen. D.C. will never be a state. I believe it's going to be a star here. No, it'll never happen. No, let me tell you what'll never happen. Let me get back. Because I love living in the it'll never happen world. Give me number 31. And you tell me this damn world, it'll never happen. Look at this, because this is true. This is absolutely, then go back to this right here. This is true. This is true. Number 31. It comes out of the Post. It is as true as you're looking at it. Number 31. Gay. A throuple makes history. Lists 3 dads on a birth certificate. What hell? What hell? I never thought I'd see the day. What hell? I never thought I'd see the day. Well, there's 3 daddies. There's 3 daddies right there. What hell? Go back. It'll never happen. So while we're on the never happen, all right, never happened. I think there'll be a star right there and a star right there for Puerto Rico and Washington, D.C. Oh, hell yeah. All right, I got to quit that. That's wrong. That's just wrong, folks. So $1.9 trillion. Yeah, $1.9 trillion. You cannot do it. You are watching the end of this country as we know it. It is in 2022, Republicans take over. Can they reverse the damage? No, it's extensive damage. Okay. So here it is, 1.9 trillion. Here's a couple things, all right? Drug dealers have to be ecstatic. I mean, they have to be. I mean, we are not sending people to work, okay? You think I'm wrong, okay? We are not sending people to work. We're not opening the country up and asking you to find a job, okay? Nope, not doing it, okay? Thank you for that message. I had to check it out. We're not opening the country up. We're not doing it. Not asking you to find a job. Drug dealers have to be excited. I mean, enhanced unemployment. All right. I mean, some of you we're getting to 600. Now you're getting down to 300. I mean, now look at number 9. Number 9. Okay. Number 9, 3,600 per child under 6. 3,600 per child under 6. 3,000 per child under 18. Tax credit is fully refundable, made in monthly payments. I tell you, drug dealers, if you are looking for a profession that you're guaranteed your customer has a revenue source. I'm not joking. You might think, well, that's wrong. All right. If you're looking for something to do, when you're out there and you're putting a business plan together and you're selling something, you have to put your business plan together and say, who is my customer? Will my customer have a revenue source? I'm going to tell you right now, you cannot convince me that, there's no reason that a drug dealer can't slide by a meth head's house or a crack house and say, damn it, you need to pay up. I know you got your money. You need to pay up now. That's right. Oh, no, you can laugh at me all damn day, right? The government is paying off drug debts. I know. He's lost his damn mind. It is. The government's paying off drug debts. And then if you got a child under 6, you get $3,600 a year. You get a monthly check. Brand new. Here's an idea. Here's a good one. Let's see. 3,600 divided by 12, that's $300. And then if your children are between 6 and 18, you get $250. So 2 kids, the government's about to send you $1,400 and $1,400. That's 2 of you. That's $2,800. And then they're going to buy you off with 2 kids. You're going to get a check for $600 a month. And then you're going to get rent assistance. And then you're going to get an unemployment check because you can't find a damn job. And then you're going to get a federal $300, which is tax exempt up to, right, $10,200. Now, what most people don't know is your unemployment's taxed. Yes. So although they're reducing it down to $300, tax-free. You just can't. Lifting out of poverty, tax-free unemployment. That's right. Tax-free unemployment, check every month. Number 8, what's in the stimulus check? $1,400 stimulus check. Okay. $300 extra jobless benefits through September. Expand child tax credit. Number 7, here's the payoff. $130 billion to K-12 schools, $30 billion for housing aid, $350 billion to state and local governments. They are getting ready to buy off every little local city, town, county. Oh, yeah. Yes. The government, when the government becomes the largest employer in the United States, and the government thinks it can turn the economic engine, it soon becomes Russia 1980, bankrupt. That's right, exactly. When the government becomes, there's no reason to have. What is the American dream? Could somebody really, I wish teachers would give the assignment and ask a student with no examples. I don't want a student in America to have a single example. And I'd like this to be 17 years old. And I would like for them to write a paper, what is the American dream? And then I like a second-year college student, second year. Let's go from 17, now let's go to 20. So I want a 17-year-old and 20-year-old. What is the American dream? $14 billion for a national vaccine program and $47 billion for testing, right? Right, exactly. What is the American dream? $6 trillion. We cannot turn, you cannot turn an economy. I know you're going to say that one more time because I didn't hear it the first 92. The private sector has to turn your economy, okay? Not the government. Even China has found what I call a balance. Now, let's not get that confused. Let's not get in an argument. They have found a balance of letting private sector turn the Communist Chinese Party economy while controlling it. Okay? Well on the way. Can't do it, folks. Can't do it. Inflation is on the way. Hyperinflation is on the way. Now, I'm going to take a break. I want to come back. Gun control is next. We call it never could happen in America. Gun control is next. Federalizing elections. Okay? And what's next? A $3 trillion infrastructure package. $3 trillion infrastructure package. Wow. Will Joe Manchin end the filibuster to get these things through? We will see. $15. Remember, a year ago, we were not talking about $15 minimum wage because why? It wasn't necessary. That's exactly right. Wages had grown by the private sector economy turning. Wages had grown more a year ago by the private sector turning, that economy turning, than in history. Wages were growing, unemployment down, Now the government wants to force the wage. It's called communism, folks. They want to set your wage. They want to set where you work. They want to set the hours you work, how you can get supplemented money for not working. Take a break.
North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
In 1981, Reed Nicholson began selling tires out of an old barn in Mineral Bluff. Little did he know that he had just laid the groundwork for the most trusted names in automotive services in the Blue Ridge area. In 1997, Nicholson Tire Center became what it is today, holding the same values of faith, family, and great customer service. 2 locations to serve you, and the Blue Ridge location is currently expanding to offer fast service and the largest U-Haul provider in Georgia. Nicholson Tire Center, Blue Ridge, and Mineral Bluff.
Circuit World has complete queen bedroom packages at amazing prices. Get this queen bed, dresser and mirror, 1 nightstand, bedding set, and free 32-inch TV, all for only $1799.99 or $129.99 a month. Or get this complete queen bedroom set and sleep in style, also for only $1799.99 or $129.99 a month. What an incredible deal! Stop in today at one of our 5 locations and get the furniture you've always wanted at Circuit World.
Hello, my name is Chad Watkins. I'm the manager at Larry's Body Shop. We are a family-owned and operated business and have been serving the North Georgia area since 1978. We are located at 1216 Progress Road in LJ, Georgia. Our shop specializes in collision repair and we work with all major insurance companies. Larry's Body Shop is ICAR Gold, the highest role of training recognized by the collision repair industry. It is estimated that only 10% of collision shops meet these standards. Our shop consists of state-of-the-art equipment such as laser measurement system, down-drive spray booth, spot and MIG welding equipment. All of our paints are mixed on-site so that we can guarantee your paint to match every time. I know that having an accident can be a stressful event. We take pride in making sure our customers are satisfied with the repair of their vehicles. Our waiting area is clean and comfortable with free Wi-Fi and refreshing beverages. So if you're in an accident, stop by and see us at Larry's Body Shop.
Circuit World has 9-piece living room packages at incredible prices. Get this stylish sofa and love seat, 3 tables, 2 lamps, 43-inch 4K TV, and stand, all for only $1699.99 or $129.99 a month. Or get this 9-piece living room and reclining sofa and reclining love seat, now only $1999.99 or $149.99 a month. These packages are amazing. Stop in today at one of our 5 locations and get the furniture you've always wanted at Circuit World.
Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
Ace is your healthful place for paint and home goods, tools, outdoor living, and lawn equipment. But did you know Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge is a little bit more? We have hunting rifles and accessories for your next hunting trip. We have Amish furniture imported directly from Ohio. And we have Ace Custom Woodworks for all your custom wood project needs, from cabinets to artwork. Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge. We have your new house in stock.
What you gonna do with all that junk?
Folks, we're back. I'm your host, BKP. You're watching BKP Politics on FYNTV.com. Now, good Monday morning. We're talking about just a year ago, okay? Now, I want to show you a couple things here. And I like to go to the New York Post sometimes. And I showed you this. I want to make... First of all, Andrew Cuomo, he said something I agree with. That's right. Now, there's, is it a half dozen, or by the day's end, a half dozen more women? If you watch this show on a daily basis, I told you this last week. There's a phone number. Email address, all the ways to follow us on social media. We talked about this last week. I said this, but before I get to what Andrew, the governor of New York, will he resign? Will he leave? Will he be forced out of office? I don't know. Okay. But that being said, I showed you this picture earlier. And what use? And, when we talk about 2022, is the damage done? And when I say that, is the damage done? Okay. Now we have number 5, and I'm not going to go into this article. You can look it up later. Okay. Can we reverse the damage? I guess that's what I'll say. What is the American dream? Can we reverse the damage? Now, number 5, 2021 sees a record number of bills targeting trans youth. Okay, targeting trans youth. Now, watch what happens this year. Okay, you are tired of, we talk about a man that thinks he's a woman. Okay. I showed you earlier. It's actually number, and why can I not find it as we're talking here? Give me number 31. Okay. So number 31. This is a throuple, 3 men, made history in 2017, okay, when they became the first family in the state to list 3 parents on a birth certificate. 3 isn't a crowd for these dads, okay? Now, they made history in 2017 with this right here, 3 dads. Now, the reason I say this, and I go in the Wayback Machine, okay? This is March 1st, 2021. They made history when they became the first family in the state to list 3 parents on a birth certificate. 3 isn't a crowd for these dads. California throuple made history in 2017 when they became the first family in the state for 3 dads on the birth certificate. Their reproductive journey and legal battle to become fathers of Piper, now 3. Okay, this child's 3. In 3 dads and a baby. Let's see, Jenkins. Okay. Dr. Andrews don't see their family. Now that includes Parker. The fact that Piper has 3 parents is just not a big deal. I have 3 parents myself. Let's see, it's getting down here to where I was wanting to. I don't want to spend too much time on this, but the legal fees, okay, that they spent this article goes, I'm sorry, folks, it goes into areas I don't want to take off into, because as you well know, your host here will get sidetracked, okay? All too easy. The point I want to make here, without going too deep into this article, the birth certificate. And the only reason I bring this up, this is very deep about their legal challenge with having 3 men and a birth certificate and marriage, because the institution of marriage and a birth certificate and gender identity this year will be the biggest changes ever. And Joe Biden, okay, will be leading the way. Can we return to a year ago? Can we reverse the damage that's done? Because your birth certificate right now still continues to have a gender on it. And it lists 2 parents. Sometimes it doesn't list a second parent, okay? But so much happens with that birth certificate. It's all at birth. The birth certificate identifies male, female. Age, weight, color, skin color, right? Now, last night, there was a big moment, all right? And there's a reason I wanted to talk about the birth certificate. And we'll get out from this. Go to number 1. All right? First of all, I have 3 dads. Second, the birth certificate. What's the birth certificate have on it? Caucasian, whatever, right? Does it? I don't know. I know birth certificates back years ago could have different information. Archie's skin color came into question with the Royals. Skin color, the color chart. Sex, male, female. Okay? Yes. Who the parents are. Gender. This is all getting ready to change. And are you going to accept it? Now, last week, I brought you, right, a story about Tom Murphy, the governor of New Jersey, right? I brought this last week because what happened, is it Cardona? Just going off memory here. Cardona, right? He was Rhode Island. Is it Rhode Island? He was superintendent of schools of the state of Rhode Island or something. Connecticut. Let's get it straight. So Cardona was the superintendent of schools of the state of Connecticut. Okay? Joe Biden, okay, he's all okay with transgender athletes. He's okay with all of this. Joe Biden named him to be the Department of Education. Department of Education, all right? Secretary, Department of Education. He's okay, transgender. Now, Joe Biden today is putting together a gender council. Oh, yes, a gender council. He's putting that together today, Joe Biden is, to look at Title IX. Get ready this year, okay? So Cardona is now the Secretary of Education. He's fine with this, all right? Now give me putting it all together here because it happens this year. It will all take place this year. Give me number, just had it here a second ago. Give me number 32. So what happened last week? The state of New Jersey is going to start teaching kindergarten children, right? Exactly. Kindergarten children. Gender, not to have gender identity, pansexual. Get ready, folks. That was Monday last week. Cardona was confirmed Monday last week. New Jersey, Tom Murphy, the governor, they're introducing the new sex education classes for kindergarten children. Start teaching them immediately. Erasing gender. Because why? They have a Department of Education that will support it this year. New York lawmaker wants sex ed for kindergartners. Yes. Yes, that's what the New York lawmaker wants. Sex ed for kindergartners. And the New York Post here. Get ready for the latest woke wave in education. Comprehensive sex ed, this is from the New York Post, for kids as young as 5, thanks to a new bill by the Senate, the state Senate. All right. Under the group's current standards, public and charter schools would have to teach 5-year-olds about gender identity and instruct 8-year-olds on hormone blockers to prevent puberty in transgender identified preteens. But then you have Richard/Rachel Levine, a man who thinks he's a woman that could not answer Rand Paul's question that promotes off-label, okay? This would be off-label hormone blockers to prevent puberty is about to be confirmed, while everybody is wondering what Meghan Markle's, or whatever their names are, the royals, baby Archie's skin color tone is. You're about to have Richard Rachel Levine, okay, former head of pediatrics at Penn State, pediatrics, crazy ass man who thinks he's a woman, as the assistant HHS secretary that will help institute and oversee and support our schools as this crazy legislation continues to pass. Joe Biden supports it. Yes, Joe Biden supports it. And we will be talking to 5-year-olds about gender identity, pansexual. Yeah, okay. 8-year-olds on hormone blockers to prevent puberty in transgender identifying preteens, okay? And close your ears for this. Kids as young as 11 will get lectures on vaginal, oral, and anal sex. Study queer. What the hell? I'm reading this garbage. Asexual, pansexual, and other gender identities. 3 men, birth certificate. Just, I'm trying. Can we come back from this, folks? Are we going to allow this to happen? Are you going to let this happen in America? Are you? I'm going to take a brief break. We're going to come back, and I want to talk about why Joe Manchin is dangerous and some things going on in Georgia. Before I take the break, let me go to number 26. I said this last week, okay? Andrew Cuomo, okay? This is actually a true statement he made. It is, because he said this: reporters, we call him smooches here, reporters and photographers have covered the governor for 14 years, okay? This is an advisor. This is a statement from an advisor, okay? Reporters and photographers have covered the governor for 14 years, watching him kiss men and women and posing for pictures. Folks, I said this last week. The media, okay, they have watched this guy. The people that have worked with this guy, that have been around this guy, the Clintons, all the above. Everybody knows what a low-life piece of garbage Andrew Status Cuomo is. Everybody knows that. They've known this for years. This is not new. These women coming forward, reporters have known this for 14 years. This is an accurate statement. But remember something about this, as we've talked about it last week. What did he do wrong? Kill grandparents in nursing homes with COVID and lock them in? Do you think they took him down because they're afraid that's going to get exposed? What about this? He's up for re-election in 2022. But remember, okay, you do the research on this. I'm going to take a break. You do the research and you see if I'm wrong. Remember this on old smooches here. When the Democrats had their virtual convention, he sent in his 5-minute video or whatever it was, 8-minute video, right? And it was 8 minutes he got. And at this time, at the Democrat National Convention on virtual, right? The virtual convention, he is hero. Okay? And 5, he did a Chris Christie moment. Remember when Chris Christie at the convention in 2012, was it 2012, when he spent more time, promoting Chris Christie? Listen to me close here. This is coming from the old memory banks. Remember when Chris Christie was supposed to be up there talking about Mitt Romney at the Republican convention? And Chris Christie gave a speech that was, Chris Christie, look at me. You can't miss me. Look how big I am on the stage, right? But it was all about Chris Christie. And it was only like at the end, he said, oh, by the way, vote for Mitt Romney. And Chris Christie was doing what? Trying to set himself up for what? 2016. He was giving himself, trying to put him into a competitive edge for a presidential run when? 2016, right? We knew that. People were upset over that. Now, fast forward to Andrew Cuomo. Andrew did an 8-minute video, and it really upset the Biden team. Biden and his team got really angry because 5 minutes was all about Andrew and how great Andrew is and what a great job Andrew's done with the pandemic, and how if you only had Andrew instead of Joe. Yes, 5 minutes of pro Andrew and about 3 minutes on the end of Joe Biden, why you needed to pick Joe Biden. So Andrew may have, you see, 2024 is going to be an open run. We know that in 2024, nobody on the Republican side, we're pretty positive that nobody's going to be running against Joe Biden. You're going to be running against Kamala Harris or a Democrat that would primary Kamala Harris. You leave this guy alone, you know, he doesn't fit. Maybe he thinks he should be the next president behind Biden. Right? Maybe he thinks he should be in the White House now. I don't know. But this is not adding up. This is not about, just totally about him killing grandma. This is not about him smooching. He thinks they're putting an end to him for a reason. He may not resign, but he will not get reelected in 2022. I don't think so as governor in New York. And I think it ends his chance at 2024 for a presidential run. So there's definitely a lot of reasons why they're trying to get rid of Andrew. Take a break. We'll be right back. I want to talk about Joe Manchin and how dangerous he is. HR1 taking over our elections, definitely federalizing our elections, making the steal possible for 2022 again. And what is Joe up to? Is he up to 2024? Is he up to something? Take a break.
Hello, my name is Chad Watkins. I'm the manager at Larry's Body Shop. We are a family-owned and operated business and have been serving the North Georgia area since 1978. We are located at 1216 Progress Road in LOJ, Georgia. Our shop specializes in collision repair and we work with all major insurance companies. Larry's Body Shop is ICAR Gold, the highest role of training recognized by the collision repair industry. It is estimated that only 10% of collision shops meet these standards. Our shop consists of state-of-the-art equipment such as laser measurement system, down-drive spray booth, spot and MIG welding equipment. All of our paints are mixed on site so that we can guarantee your paint to match every time. I know that having an accident can be a stressful event. We take pride in making sure our customers are satisfied with the repair of their vehicles. Our waiting area is clean and comfortable with free Wi-Fi and refreshing beverages. So if you're in an accident, stop by and see us at Larry's Body Shop.
Circuit World has 9-piece living room packages at incredible prices. Get this stylish sofa and love seat, 3 tables, 2 lamps, 43-inch 4K TV, and stand, all for only $1699.99 or $129.99 a month. Or get this 9-piece living room and reclining sofa and reclining love seat, now only $1999.99 or $149.99 a month. These packages are amazing. Stop in today at one of our 5 locations and get the furniture you've always wanted at Circuit World.
North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
Ace is your healthful place for paint and home goods, tools, outdoor living, and lawn equipment. But did you know Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge is a little bit more? We have hunting rifles and accessories for your next hunting trip. We have Amish furniture imported directly from Ohio. And we have Ace Custom Woodworks for all your custom wood project needs, from cabinets to artwork. Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge. We have your new house in stock.
What you gonna do with all that junk?
Folks, we're back. I'm your host, BKP. Good morning. BKP Politics on FYNTV.com. Now, I will say this. Joe Manchin, I said earlier today, is the most dangerous man in America to me right now. Government is looking to federalize elections. Let me just show you this. I had this article up. I didn't pull it Biden, I did not pull this. I told you about it, and I kind of got away from it. Biden to formally establish new gender policy council. Okay, from the Hill. Yes, I told you this earlier. President Biden will sign an executive order today establishing the Gender Policy Council within the White House to focus on uplifting the rights of women and address gender-based discrimination and violence. Oh yeah, this year. It happens this year. Now, here's something that's taking place. The George Floyd trial starts today, okay? Now, what's going to happen is every day I ask you this. They passed a bill last week to defund the cops or defund the police, all right? They did. The George Floyd Policing Act, which we know George Floyd had what? Just enough fentanyl, a lethal dose in his body, right? We know George Floyd was very high on drugs. Now here is number, give me this. This is what will happen. Number 15, jury selection begins in trial of officer accused of killing George Floyd. That starts today. Okay, that trial is today. Jury selection. And the fate of former Minneapolis police officer who pressed his knees on George Floyd's neck as the black man said he could not breathe will be decided by a jury that is selected today. And Chauvin, is that his name? Chauvin is Officer Derek Chauvin, charged with second-degree murder. Now, it's going to be live streamed. Did I give you the number of the picture I wanted? I may not have. Give me number 15. I probably looked at it. Sorry about that, Emily. Thank you, Emily. Number 15. So this starts today, and it'll run through April. Okay, this program. And remember, the media, the corrupt media, will run this program, number 15 there, Emily. Don't know what happened. Maybe I didn't send it over. Did I send it over? Not for sure. And but this will run. It will live stream. This will live stream for till April, this trial of this officer that, allegedly killed George Floyd. Number 15. There you go. Thank you, Emily. I apologize. I never know what's going on in the studio. She has so much to keep up with me there. But this will live stream till April. So this will be sensationalized, and it will put a smoke screen over what they're trying to do next. $3 trillion. The next is take your guns. This is HR 127. Look it up. I'm just doing that from memory. 127, I think. Take your guns next. $3 trillion infrastructure program. Okay. That Joe Manchin plans to raise taxes. Okay. And HR 1 federalize elections. Now, will they use the filibuster? And not going too deep on what the filibuster is, will they go to just plain reconciliation? Okay, so give me number 50. 49. I'm sorry, Emily. Give me number 49. And here's an article from Axios. All right. Joe Manchin's next power play. It's at 2024. What is Joe Manchin up to? Does he want to be Kamala Harris? Now, they got an argument in West Virginia, right? It wasn't big. Okay. Maybe Joe wants to be Kamala Harris's vice president, but he is white and he's a male. Trust me, skin color is important. And they know, you see, the Democrats have not elected a black president. Now, don't get upset. Obama, okay, dad from Kenya, Mom, white woman, was not an American black president. Okay? See, Democrats have been looking at the skin color chart. You and I don't look at the skin color chart. Democrats have been looking at the skin color chart for years. They know what will play. Kamala Harris. She is not a black African-American woman. She's not. So they have to bring in, trust me, so is Joe on the short list to be Kamala's vice president? What kind of deal is Joe making? Now, Joe said that just give me one clip, number 50. Okay? Manchin said he'll push for tax hikes to pay for Biden's upcoming infrastructure and climate proposal, and will use the Energy Committee chairmanship to force GOP to confront climate change. Okay? Now, Manchin is the chair of the Energy Committee. It's all a front. It was to make West Virginians, people in Pennsylvania, it's make people think Joe Manchin would be the buffer of, between ending fracking leases, stopping new coal mine permits, or continued permits for coal mines, shutting down coal mines. The list goes on. But Joe Biden, Joe Manchin, I apologize, I keep saying Joe Biden. Joe Manchin, right, as the chair, sorry about that, of the Energy Committee. No. Joe's all about raising your taxes. Now, there was an Axios video, okay, on the filibuster, because H.R. 1, when you think they won't federalize elections, they will not federalize them. No. Get ready, folks, okay? They will federalize elections. Give me number 2. Joe Manchin signals openness to filibuster reform as push for abolishing it grows. So yesterday, Chuck Todd on MSNBC, I'm watching this, okay, on Meet the Press, not MSNBC, Meet the Press, Chuck Todd pushes Manchin. See, they got an agenda. Chuck Todd's got to do his job. It's all a setup. They want H.R. 1. Once they federalize elections, the complete steal, they could lose in 2022 if bills in Georgia and others across the country that deal with Todd. Play that video. Play the video called Chuck Todd.
You didn't directly answer my question about would you be willing to go a reconciliation route for election-only bills like H.R. 1?
Let me say this. I'm not willing to go into reconciliation until we at least get bipartisanship or get working together or allow the Senate to do its job. Just by assuming that, hey, they'll never work with us. That's the other side. Right. This is tribal. Republicans will never agree on anything, or Democrats will never agree. I don't subscribe to that. I don't buy into that. there's no need for us to go to reconciliation until the other process has failed. That means the normal process of a committee, a hearing, amendments, Chuck, and that's where I am.
Well, it sounds like if the then what you're saying is if Republicans continue to be unified in opposition and don't have an open mind, then you may change your mind?
Well, I'm not going to change my mind on the filibuster. I will change my mind if we need to go to a reconciliation to where we have to get something done once I know they have process into it. But I'm not going to go there until my Republican friends have the ability to have their say also. And I'm hoping they'll get involved to the point to where we have 10 of them that'll work with 50 of us, or 15 of them that'll work with 45 of us. However, you know, whatever it takes the majority, and it takes 60 when we're moving it through normal process, I'm for that. You said something about the founding fathers. Why did Washington have bicameral? Why do you want two bodies? One was supposed to be the cooling saucer, as you will. It takes deliberation. It takes listening to the minority to make sure that the majority is getting it right.
Senator Manchin, Democrat from West Virginia. I really appreciate having you on, sir. Thanks for
All right, folks, sorry about that. Froze up a little bit there, our video. I apologize for that. But let me just say this, okay? Let me say this. Infrastructure bill is next, okay? They are looking at an infrastructure bill, the next thing they want to do, for $3 trillion. $3 trillion is the next thing they want to do as an infrastructure bill. Now, there's a couple things you got to pay attention to. Give me number 36. Number 36, Biden attempts bipartisan push for infrastructure package. Okay? Now, Joe Manchin is looking at taxes to pay for it. He doesn't say. Now, Chuck Todd wants Joe Manchin to agree to H.R. 1, federalizing the elections, with reconciliation, meaning 51 votes, not the filibuster. Joe signals that he's going to give his colleagues, the Republicans, every chance to do it without having to go reconciliation. Don't trust Joe Manchin 1 minute that he won't go reconciliation when needed. Okay? Don't trust Joe Manchin 1 minute. This $1.9 trillion should have never been passed. He cannot be trusted. Look at this. Now, I'm going to end this by saying, when Joe Manchin says he's looking at finding Republicans, here's what they're doing. And I say, can we reverse the damage? They are looking at, senators are looking at putting earmarks back in. Okay? So in this $3 trillion infrastructure package, pet projects, remember the good old days, the bridge to nowhere? Remember that? Who got the bridge to nowhere? Was that Lisa Murkowski's dad? Look that up. I don't know. That just came here. Lisa Murkowski. I'm going to look that up during the break. Lisa Murkowski, the senator from Arkansas, her dad, bridge to nowhere. Look up everything in West Virginia named Robert Byrd. So all of these senators want to take home out of the $3 trillion their highway, their schools, their power plants, anything and everything that they can put their name on and mark their name to it. Earmarks are coming. So the $3 trillion infrastructure with earmarks, okay, the great American theft by senators again and lawmakers in D.C. of our money continues. They are getting ready, Joe Manchin and them are getting ready to make deals to get what they want. With H.R. 1, gun control is next, okay? Yes, equity is next, continued on and on. Take a break. We're going to wrap up when we come back. We got a couple big when we return.
Hello, my name is Chad Watkins. I'm the manager at Larry's Body Shop. We are a family-owned and operated business and have been serving the North Georgia area since 1978. We are located at 1216 Progress Road in LOJ, Georgia. Our shop specializes in collision repair and we work with all major insurance companies. Larry's Body Shop is ICAR Gold, the highest role of training recognized by the collision repair industry. It is estimated that only 10% of collision shops meet these standards. Our shop consists of state-of-the-art equipment such as laser measurement system, down-drive spray booth, spot and MIG welding equipment. All of our paints are mixed on site so that we can guarantee your paint to match every time. I know that having an accident can be a stressful event. We take pride in making sure our customers are satisfied with the repair of their vehicles. Our waiting area is clean and comfortable with free Wi-Fi and refreshing beverages. So if you're in an accident, stop by and see us at Larry's Body Shop.
Circuit World has 9-piece living room packages at incredible prices. Get this stylish sofa and love seat, 3 tables, 2 lamps, 43-inch 4K TV, and stand, all for only $1699.99 or $129.99 a month. Or get this 9-piece living room and reclining sofa and reclining love seat, now only $1999.99 or $149.99 a month. These packages are amazing. Stop in today at one of our 5 locations and get the furniture you've always wanted at Circuit World.
North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
Ace is your helpful place for paint and home goods, tools, outdoor living, and lawn equipment. But did you know Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge is a little bit more? We have hunting rifles and accessories for your next hunting trip. We have Amish furniture imported directly from Ohio. And we have Ace Custom Woodworks for all your custom wood project needs, from cabinets to artwork. Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge. We have your new house in stock.
What you gonna do with all that junk?
We're back, folks. I'm your host, BKP. Good morning on BKP Politics on FYNTV.com. Lisa Murkowski from Alaska. Lisa Murkowski from Alaska. I just couldn't remember, but it's Ted Stevens, her uncle. I think her uncle was Ted Stevens, the bridge to nowhere. The only thing I'm saying here is in the $3 trillion infrastructure bill that Joe Manchin will push, earmarks are back in. They're all stealing everything they can get their hands on. Okay, the deals are being made now. Joe Manchin will go with H.R. 1 to federalize elections. Take your guns. Joe Manchin, look it up. Do not trust Joe Manchin, okay? I'm going to tell you something. I was watching this weekend. I take notes as I watch the shows. And I take notes. Unity, West Virginia, Joe Manchin, blah, blah, blah. Tax credit. Okay, first of all, Joe Manchin, do not fall for Senator from West Virginia, Joe Manchin, being in the middle. And do not fall for when the media calls him common sense. The Democrats have no common sense left. Okay? When Dr. Seuss and Pepe Le Pew and Speedy Gonzales and Yosemite Sam and the rest are going to be canceled out. Not a joke. And genders are getting canceled, okay? There's no common sense. Until somebody like Joe Manchin steps up, quit letting the media call him middle, all right? From the middle, Joe Manchin, and common sense. 117,000 minors are crossing the border this year. What does Joe Biden call them? New voters. It's not a joke. There's a reason they want to take over H.R. 1. They want to federalize elections now. Joe Biden is welcoming hundreds of thousands of new voters into this country. Now, we're going to run through here really quick. I want to run through some pictures. Remember this, number 6. Every time you hear about the Fulton County in Georgia, Fulton County DA and prosecuting Donald Trump, let's not forget Brad Raffensperger, the Secretary of State of Georgia, and what he has done where President Trump's concerned in Georgia and what he did with our elections. Okay? Don't forget that. We'll bring that back up in a minute. Number 10, this was all the media could talk about. Meghan and Harry, no support from Palace on racist tabloid stories, okay? All right. Number 11, CNN, critical aid for poor families and coronavirus relief bill, okay? Lifting out of poverty, can't do it, folks. Here's number 12. This was all the rage this morning. This is all the media is talking about. Not the $1.9 trillion that will give monthly payments to parents of children. $300 a month you get a check from the government to have your kid. Guess what? If the government pays for your kid and they have a vested interest, in your kid and they pay for your kid, they can take your kid. Has the government not totally taken over your children now? God almighty, what the hell? 12, Palace even weighed in on color of son Archie's skin. This is what here it is. Number 13, on the verge of landmark relief. They find pictures of people standing in line. All right. Number 14, Democrats debate filibuster change. Okay. Number 16, President Biden announced voting rights executive order. We know that. We talked about that this morning. Where do these people get these? Where do the poll numbers come from? Who are they calling? Number 20, ABC News Ipsos poll. Majority of Americans approve of President Biden's approach to the pandemic. Okay. This woman, number 24, Karen Hinton, former Cuomo aide. This is number 20. She claims Cuomo pulled her into a room and laid a smooch on her. And she said, no, Andrew. I keep calling him Mario. No, Andrew. She wants in on it. She's claiming this. Number 25 says she pulled away, but he pulled her back towards his body, holding her before she backed away and left the room. Can you see the movie? Can you see the movie? It's coming, right? 50 Shades of Andrew. Yes, 50 Shades of Andrew. Number 27, 2 new women accuse New York governor smooches of inappropriate behavior. Where is this going? Will more, number 29, I love this one here. Will more accusers come forward on Andrew? There's 14 years. Now, number 30, I didn't have time to go into all the video today. Number 30, what about bipartisanship? Number 30, there's Kamala Harris. Now, Congressman Matt Gaetz, whatever his name is, down there in Florida, he made a reference to Marie Bartiromo yesterday on Fox Business yesterday morning that the transition is already taking place for Harris to take over, because if you pay attention, folks, Kamala Harris is starting to do a lot of communicating. She's communicating with foreign leaders, okay? She's playing a role that the media is not sharing with you and I already, to the point that there's some suspicion that transition may be headed her way already. Joe has not a half a year, okay? We're in March. We don't have a State of the Union address. We have no reason whatsoever why we still have a military shutdown of the perimeter of the Capitol. There's no reason for that whatsoever, okay? Joe's not done a State of the Union address. Joe has not done a press conference. We're in March, okay? Halfway into the 100-day mark, no press conference, okay? Number 34, in honor of Selma's Bloody Sunday, Biden announces new voting rights initiatives. Okay, take over elections. Oh, I said earlier, number 35. This is out of the AJC. Fulton DA overseeing Trump investigation hires top RICO expert. Okay. Remember, every time you hear about the Trump investigation in Atlanta from the Fulton County DA, Fulton County, we can't get a forensic audit on the election there. But every time you hear that, think about Brad Raffensperger, the Secretary of State. Okay. The media went nuts this weekend over, I took this picture, Fox News, number 39. They definitely want, this is spring break travel and COVID concerns. They went nuts this weekend over Texas, spring break. They want to do everything they can to put us into COVID phase 4, okay? The spike, COVID spike 4. Number 41, this is from the Washington Post, okay? Georgia family, this is a WAPO story from Saturday. Georgia family sues grocery clerk for posting about their alleged involvement in January 6th insurrection. Now, this is in Pickens County, Georgia. The family is the Cagle family. Katie Bay, as we call her here. She's a friend of the show. She's been on the show before. Katie Bay and William. This made the Washington Post as they've sued a grocery clerk. We'll get into that. I'm going to call them today, say, hey, what's going on here? Number 43. This was all Joe and Minka could talk about this morning. Meghan and Harry tell all and shocking Oprah interview. All right. That was here. You always got to bring in, if you're talking about skin color, number 46, Meghan reveals closed door discussion about Archie's skin color. You always got to bring in Al Sharpton. Anytime you have a discussion about skin color, why not? You got to bring in Al Sharpton. And poverty on track for record decline, 47. So let me say this before we close this morning, okay? Poverty on track for record decline. Back to this. Remember a year ago, this past weekend was the last weekend. That was the weekend you were looking at each other and you were talking about going to work that Monday and should you go in and should you go to the grocery store and should you go get more toilet paper than you need for 5-6 years. That was the weekend. Can just remember as you go through the day that it's March 8th. And this is where we were at a year ago. Okay. Donald J. Trump is not in the White House. He is not elected president of the United States. He's not in the White House today serving a second term. Okay. Joe Biden occupies the West Wing with the deep state. Keep that in mind. Okay. He was installed as president of the United States to oversee the West Wing. Okay. For the Chinese Communist Party. I'm just saying it like that because the Chinese are moving forward every day as we decline, and we're declining on a daily basis. All right. So our schools, our local government, our city government, states, even red states. I love Texas. I love so many people in the red states out there, but they are also in decline. Okay. The government cannot be the largest employer. Now, people will argue with me on that. But everything connects back to the government now. And they've done that to make sure with this $6 trillion they have passed, everything connects back to the government. You're sitting out there and you're saying, but my company is private sector. We have nothing to do. We're not a government agency. We're private sector. Somehow you're receiving money. No matter what you do today, you're receiving money that is spinning through a cycle that was created from the government. No matter what your position is, well, I work construction and I build houses and I'm framing, and that's not the government. Who's buying the house? Who do they work for? Do they work for a company? Do they work for a company that you're building the house for, that the company they work for has a government contract? You can't get away from touching the government and money right now. From your children, to your home, to your business, your daily life cannot get away from it. And a government cannot, as I continue to say, from our healthcare system all the way through, they cannot be the driving force in an economic engine and the country sustain itself and continue. It can't happen, and that's where we're at. You look at every agency of the government, how many hundreds of thousands they employ. You look at everything the federal government touches in a contract that they give out and who works for them in the private sector and where the money's coming from. You look at your local county government, your local city governments, your every single thing, all the way up state, from the federal to the state to your county to your cities. They are the largest employers in the country now. And you can't do that. You can't regenerate the same dollar through a taxation and exist. Because all you're doing to get the taxation to work is printing new dollars. That's it. Adding new dollars cannot work. I'm your host, BKP. Gun control, equity, federalizing elections, you name it. Earmarks, bridge to nowhere, taking your children away, $1.9 trillion in extended buying power for drugs, whether you like it or not. All right, folks, we'll be back tomorrow. We'll try again. You enjoy your day. Enjoy your day. Have fun. It's going to be beautiful. Stay optimistic. We together can turn this around. Take us out of here.